Hey, what's up guys, Lincoln Canada, that ICurveBullet here, Curve, bringing you awesome, really fast swarm with the 5-7s on the map Meltdown, playing some ground war domination. So anyways guys, sorry about bringing, I guess, Meltdown in 3 of my last gameplays. So it was Meltdown, Meltdown, and then Meltdown again. So sorry about that guys, I promise tomorrow's gameplay will be a different map, and tomorrow's gameplay is going to be a different map for sure. Anyways guys, let's get into actually the topic. But first off, I want to say one quick thing, and that is my intro. So my intro goes like this, just for everybody who wants to know. Hey, what's up guys? The only kid in Canada that can curve a bullet here. So basically, it's like intro that relates to my name. Nothing too special. I might change it up if you guys want me to. Instead, maybe get an introduction or a type of intro at the start of my videos that takes away me saying that, because a lot of people are confused by it, so I don't know yet. But anyways guys, let's get into my class loadout and then we'll move on to the tips and tricks portion of this video. Anyways guys, this is actually episode number 2 of Swarm with Every Gun, the pistol category and the 5.7, so we can check that one off. Anyways, let's get into actually talking about the class loadout. So here I'm running the 5.7 with silencer. So this is probably one of the best setups with the 5.7. I just love silencer. It's really helpful and it's going to help you out a lot. Now let's get into the actual final thing that I think is pretty cool about this 5.7, is that if you have a good trigger finger, it can fire super fast. Now let's move on to the, I guess, primary. So the primary, I just running a combat knife, and then my perks. So my perks are actually pretty cool. I'm using perk 1 wildcard to run lightweight and ghost. That's going to allow you to run around the map a lot more, and ghost is going to keep you off the radar. And the reason I'm running ghost instead of hardline is because when you're actually being in a situation where there's a lot of enemies around you, and the enemy has I guess, their own little UAV inbound, I find that I get into a lot of problems in situations about the enemy seeing me on the radar. And the thing with having a TAC 45 is getting to the problem of the enemy coming at you, you turned on them, but you don't have enough firepower to take them down. And then for my perk 2, I'm actually running something a little different. I'm running actually perk 2 wildcard and running scavenger and toughness. So scavenger I like a lot because you can re-scavenge your ammo a lot, which is pretty cool. And then I'm also running toughness, so when I'm shooting at the enemy or they're shooting at me, I have the advantage of because I have a better perk for the one-on-one gunfight, I guess. Then finally I'm running dexterity because this map, I guess there's a lot of obstacles where you have to climb over, and I find the situation of running into stuff like that a big problem, so I end up climbing over all the obstacles and stuff like that. And then finally, I'm running the kill streak loadout of Orbital VSAT, Dogs, and Swarm. The reason I'm running Orbital VSAT instead of something like Dogs and Swarm is because once you get the Dogs and Swarm, after your Orbital VSAT, you basically have another Orbital VSAT if you get a couple kills. And that's what I like a lot about this game, and with having that Orbital VSAT. So I'm going to be running a lot more Orbital VSATs in my gameplay, and it also tells you where the enemy is. But you see here, I'm actually kind of smart, basically playing this building. I have the Swarm I called in, and I'm basically just now going ham the enemy spawn. And you'll see by this gameplay how well I do in the enemy spawn once I got that Swarm, because once I got that Swarm, I was a little bit campy and I didn't want to die, but once I got it, I was like, okay, I'm going to just wreck this enemy now with the 5.7. Now let's get actually onto talking about the gameplay a little bit and what's happening in it, because I'm done with the class loadout, and you know, once I'm done with the class loadout, there's nothing much to talk about. But not a lot of people actually talk about what's happening in the gameplay and what directions you're playing and why you're playing those directions. So let's actually get into what I'm thinking right now. So right now I'm in the enemy spawn over by the A flag, and we have them double capped. So I know there's 3 spawns. There's one over by the water, there's one in this kind of dome electric place, and then there's one at the very back of the map by a gate. So what I like to do is I run up and I check all those positions, and when I know it's clear and our enemy's fully rushed into A, I'll start capping A. And if there's an odd enemy, I'll check all the spawn areas, like I'll look left, right, and behind me to make sure the enemy's not spawning anywhere near me. And once it's clear, I know it's clear, and I'll just hang out on the flag till it's capped, and you'll usually switch to the C flag. And you see there, I die off my second actually Swarm, which is pretty upsetting, and I got kind of mad. But anyways, I was just working like this map like crazy. I didn't know how I actually pulled off this gameplay. But you see here, I'm just playing tactical. I'm waiting for the right chance to take down the enemy, when they stop shooting, when they start to reload, stuff like that. So that's what you have to remember. That's what's going to help you out. So whenever you're in a gunfight and you're shooting at the enemy, go back, reload, and when it's their time to reload, you want to go take them out. But if you guys know if they have a target finder, you might not want to do that. Anyways guys, that's it for the gameplay. That's it for basically today's video. Swarm with Every gun, episode number 2, the pistol category 5.7s. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, and I want to thank everybody who came over from the Marathon's channel. I really do appreciate that, and I want to thank the Marathon a lot. I've known it on YouTube since Modern Warfare 3, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoy the gameplay and the awesome 5.7 Swarm, and tomorrow I'll be uploading actual pretty cool gameplay. It's going to be a dual com with one of my really good friends that I've been friends with probably since the start of Modern Warfare 3, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay. If you did, always leave a like, share, comment, tell me how I did, and I'll see you guys in Monday's video. Have a great rest of your Sunday night, spend it with your family members, and I'm out, guys.